Today's video is going to be a super casual one. I'm filming like various different videos throughout the day, and I usually prep my skin before I film with a little bit of makeup. So I'm going to do that. It's nothing that you haven't seen before, but I just thought it would be nice to do it, have a little chat and tell you kind of what's going on, and also just a little bit about my skin. And also, the light outside keeps changing. For the last week, it's that kind of time of year where it's like raining and the sun's coming out and stuff like that. And it's really, really difficult when you want to film something and the light keeps going up and down. It's really kind of a little bit challenging. So just bear that in mind. But I'm just deciding that I'm not going to get frustrated by it. I'm just going to go with it. I've been to the gym today and done all my skincare and everything like that. So it's literally just going to put some makeup on. And it's funny with my skin because it's not that great at the moment. It's okay, but it's not its best. And I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's this Chanel foundation. And I don't know if perhaps I'm not washing it off properly. It's kind of almost got like a waterproof finish. And before I had that, I didn't really use anything with that kind of finish. So I don't know if that's like clogging my pores a little bit. It's like round here that I've noticed it. So yeah, I'm not sure. I've also been kind of playing around with more like face mists and stuff. So I don't know if that is causing it. So we'll see. I'm going to start by like making sure that I'm cleansing my face really, really well, because maybe I'm not cleansing my face enough. I think I mentioned in one of my other videos that I was waiting for a Yes Style order to arrive, and I am. And I'm going to London next week, so I'm going to be away for 8 days, which means that I'm probably not going to, it's probably going to arrive when I'm gone. I hope that it's arrived by the time I get back at the very least. And in there I've got some new products. But one thing that I've noticed with my skin is like I wear an SPF 50 every day really, and I always apply it quite generously. But my skin is quite red and it's got quite a lot of pigment in, and I see other people, especially on YouTube, doing their skincare videos or when they take their makeup off at the end of the day, and their face, it's usually women, so I don't know if it's a difference between men and women, but when they take their makeup off, their skin looks really, really pale. And my body's quite pale, but for some reason my face never really goes that pale, and I don't know why. And I feel like there's quite a lot of redness around my nose and stuff. So basically I'm thinking of adding some products to my routine where that kind of like lighten the skin. And I don't mean lighten the skin as in like bleach the skin, but I mean like lighten the pigment in the skin so it's a bit more kind of clear. And I know that Korean skincare products are really, really good for that. So I'm going to kind of look out. I know there's different essences with, I think it's called arbutin and things like that. So yeah, I'm going to shop around and try and kind of get my skin a little bit brighter. So if you've got any product suggestions, then please let me know. Okay, so that's my base done. I think that that's okay. And I'm actually really pleased because the light seems to have stayed clear. It hasn't been changing. The sun has gone in. And I'm actually happy that the sun's gone in because it means that it's not jumping around. It's funny, it's not until you start doing YouTube videos that you kind of realise how important the lighting is and how it can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Because when I'm filming my videos, I just want to look like me in normal light. But if the lighting's not good, you just look like terrible, absolutely terrible. Like not like your normal self. You would look like normal self if you hadn't slept for 3 days, because if the lighting's not good. So it can be really, really difficult to get it just right. It's quite interesting. You might have noticed I've got this like ring light around me now, so it's a bit brighter. And again, it's good. Like it means that it just keeps everything nice and bright on your face, but it's still not always the most flattering lighting. So I did the base, as you've seen, and I've also did the concealer. I used the, oh, by the way, I always forget to mention which shade I use in the Chanel. It's number N20 Light. And when I got that, this is the lightest shade. They haven't got many shades. I think they've got like 6 shades, which isn't very much. And this one's the palest one, which is crazy because my skin is pale, but it's not that pale. And I think that that's kind of it anyway for my base. Sorry, and I forgot to mention the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm kind of rambling a little bit. It's number 3 Fair. This is nice. I do wonder, like, even with the breakouts, like if it's this, because you've got this sponge and, you know, you don't clean it, obviously. With the Beauty Blender, I always make sure I clean it every single time I use it because, yeah, I don't want to get breakouts from that. And with that, I don't know. I always obviously apply it to clean skin. I don't top up throughout the day, so it's not like I'm out and about and then I put it on. So I would like to think that it stays pretty clean, but like the product's like wet in there, and then I'll put the lid on and then I'll use it like a day or 2 later and it's just been kind of sitting there in the sponge. But I don't know with the preservatives and stuff if it's okay or not. I'm sure it is. They would test these sort of things, wouldn't they? I don't know. I want a little bit of lip balm. I mentioned this on my Insta stories that I purchased this. Actually, it's funny because one of you guys suggested on one of the YouTube videos that I get this one from La Roche-Posay because my lips get so dry, and the Drunk Elephant one wasn't that great. And this one is called Nutritic, and it says it contains biolipids and ceramide 5, and it was only like €4, so it's super affordable. And it's just quite a nice creamy lip balm that doesn't, I don't even know if it contains petroleum. I'm not sure. It doesn't seem to say it on the ingredients list. But I find that La Roche-Posay is a really good brand. It's kind of, their products are just, I don't know, like always like if you're in like having like an issue with your skin, then I just find that they're really good. I've still got the Cicaplast Balm B5, which I was using when my skin went haywire when I started using the Drunk Elephant retinol. I used it 3 days in a row and my face fell off, but my skin still was looking very glowy, even though my face was falling off. But at that time I wanted to look after my barrier function, so I started using that and it was really good. And I even still use it sometimes now because it's so moisturizing. So if my skin's a little bit dry, usually when I've been traveling, even just going between Germany and London where the flight's really short, my skin still suffers a little bit, especially when I get from, when I arrive in London, because in Germany the weather is so, like where we live, it's like in the countryside, so the air is much cleaner, and then I arrive in London and the air is filthy and polluted, even though I love you, London, but the air is disgusting. So my skin suffers. So sometimes I take that, the Cicaplast with me, and then once I've applied my serums, I put that on top, and it just kind of like holds all that hydration in my skin, and that's really good because my skin does get super dehydrated. I'm just going to go in. You can see I've got this redness around my chin. So I'm just going to put this on. I have to say the Beauty Blender is so good with this because basically I just used to use this like this on its own and then tap it in with my finger. But if you then kind of smush it in with the Beauty Blender, it's really good because it can be so difficult with my beard, because you'll notice I've always got like a little bit of stubble. I never shave it, I rarely shave it completely because if I continually shave my face, it just gets so irritated and then I start to get spots all around my neck, and sometimes I get spots around my neck. It's usually in between seasons, and so I always just clip my beard. But then if you're blending makeup or trying to get even SPF, like across the beard area, it's really, really difficult. So when you kind of put this on and then smush it in with this, it's really good. And also, when I apply this underneath my eyes, again, if I use the sponge, it can crease and look really dry. So if I dab it in and then smush it all in with this, then it works really, really well. And I also find that this is such a good colour for my skin. I already said it's 3 Fair. The shade is perfect because I've got the Glossier stretch concealer in medium, which is okay, but sometimes it's a little bit yellow. It works really, really well as a colour corrector in here, and I like it because it's nice and moisturising. I just had to have some water. My voice has gone all croaky. But yeah, this one can be a little bit too yellow, even though the finish on this is so brilliant. But they've changed the shades now, and they've got like a bigger shade selection. And I think that they've got one that's like around the same depth as this, but it's more like a neutral undertone. So I'm going to try and get that instead and see how they compare. I forgot to mention about this one that I put on my cheeks. So this is the Living Luminizer from RMS. To be honest, I don't really use it that often. I often use it in videos when I'm doing either an IGTV video, like where I do my skincare routine and whatever, or on YouTube. But day to day, to be honest, I don't really use it, but it does give the skin like a nice wet look almost. And I have to say, I feel like it is quite natural, but normally I can't be bothered if I'm completely honest. Same kind of goes for my eyebrows. I love to groom my brows. I feel like it makes such a difference, but day to day I always just forget. I'm going to do it now. So this is the clear one, which is okay, but because some of my hairs are super light, it can look a bit frosty. But yeah, it's okay, it's good. Apparently there's one from Hourglass that's good that I should perhaps try. I don't really like penciling the brows in. I like just like combing something through the hairs rather than actually like penciling underneath them. But maybe I should try that. Maybe it would be better. I just want to, whatever I do, I just want it to look really, really, really natural. But yeah. Also, I'm thinking of bleaching my hair. I've got some pictures. I might try and put a picture in somewhere on the screen so you can see. I used to have my hair blonde for ages, so I'll try and put a picture in so that you can see what it looked like. And yeah, I just feel like it looks, it's weird though as well, because in the videos it looks, there's something about my camera, it looks bright red. My hair looks like an auburn colour, but in real life it's not. It's like a mousy light brown. But I thought for the summer I might bleach it and see how it looks. So let me know if you guys think that that is something I should do. I'm definitely contemplating it. And if I do it, then I'm going to try and do a video on it so you can see the process. I'll go to the salon where I work in London and get it done there. My voice is so croaky, I don't know why. So I'll probably sign off here because I think it's best. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this kind of more slightly informal video was fun and a little bit different. Let me know if you liked it in the comments below, and if you would like to see more kind of more chatty, casual videos. But the other stuff that you normally see will continue to come. And also, if you've got any suggestions for future videos, let me know, because sometimes I run out of ideas, and any suggestions from you guys would help. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.